Imagine this, a dim living room in the 1940s. A wooden box glows softly in the corner. You hear a crackle, a hiss, and suddenly, a voice from hundreds of miles away. That's not magic, that's a tube radio. And tonight, we're tuning into the story of how this warm glow connected the world. Welcome back to Retro Treasure Unearthed. In this episode, we're unearthing the golden era of tube radios, from their invention and technological rise, through their cultural dominance and eventual decline, to the nostalgic hum that still echoes in collectors' hearts today. At the dawn of the 20th century, radio was still Morse code and spark gap transmitters. Then came the vacuum tube, the Audion, invented by Lee De Forest in 1906. It could amplify weak signals, making real audio transmission possible. The hum of electricity became the sound of human voice. From laboratories to military ships, these glowing tubes started a communication revolution. The 1920s changed everything. In 1920, KDKA in Pittsburgh made history by broadcasting election results, the first commercial radio station.
Some 30 million Americans are electing a President of the United States, Republican, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge.
Soon, entire families gathered around their wooden consoles, listening to jazz bands, plays, news, and variety shows. Radios were no longer gadgets, they were windows to the world. By the 1930s, radio ruled entertainment. Tube radios evolved into art pieces, ornate wooden cabinets, glowing dials, polished knobs. Inside, multi-tube circuits brought clearer sound, better tuning, and shortwave reception. Programs like The Shadow or War of the Worlds captivated millions. During wartime, radio was a lifeline. Families huddled to hear news from the front, president's speeches.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My friends, I want to talk for a few minutes with the people of the United States about banking. To talk with the comparatively few who understand the mechanics of banking, but more...
Or songs that kept spirits alive.
Somebody loves me, I wonder who he can be.
Tube radios weren't just machines. They shaped culture. Families built schedules around their favorite shows. Radios taught music, connected communities, and spread new ideas. From the BBC to NBC, from Tokyo to Berlin, radio was the heartbeat of the modern world. And beneath it all, glowing filaments and glass tubes made it possible. I still remember the old one my grandparents had, a Philips radio, brown Bakelite, with a faint hum that filled the room. When you turned the dial, you could hear ghostly voices drifting in and out, like catching memories through the static. There was something ritualistic about it, waiting for the signal, adjusting the antenna, the smell of warm dust. Tube radios weren't just heard, they were felt. The soft glow, the hiss, the crackle, it all made listening personal, almost alive. But time moved on. By the late 1950s, the transistor arrived, small, cool, efficient, and cheap. Radios shrank from furniture-sized cabinets to pocket-sized companions. Tube radios faded from homes, replaced by shiny transistor sets and portable tape players. Factories retooled, repairmen retired, and the warm glow slowly dimmed. What was once the heart of the home became a relic, stored in attics or left behind at yard sales. But not forgotten. Today, collectors, restorers, and audiophiles still chase that signature warmth, that unmistakable tube sound. These radios remind us that technology once had a soul. So the next time you see one, pause for a moment. Imagine the laughter, the news, the songs that once passed through it. The glow of a tube radio isn't just light, it's history, still alive. Thanks for watching Retro Treasure Unearthed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep tuning in as we bring more vintage stories back to life.